Hey there, and you've been watching my channel for a while. You know that aside from being the movie prof, I also like my video games as well. And I've got a few different systems. Now, systems that I have right now in my collection are I have the PlayStation 4, I've got the Wii U, I have, which is kind of a legacy console that I'm collecting Wii and Wii U games on. Wii U, by the way, best way to collect Wii games. And I have the Nintendo Switch, which I do recommend for anybody that actually likes to play games and play them like outside of their house as well. And I also have, well, I got the Retron, and I got a couple other things as well. So we'll get into those. But I'm just going to go over quickly my my video game collection here. And normally my video game videos don't get as many views. Let's see if we can change that. Are you ready? All right, here we go. First up is my one and only PlayStation portable game, my PSP game. I don't have a PSP anymore. I would love to have a PSP. I've been trying to find one for in there for a good price. If anybody has an old PSP, you know, where that still works, feel free to send it my way. I shall gladly take it because I love this game. And that is SmackDown versus Raw 2006. What's really, really good about this is there's a general manager mode, and it's pretty stripped down, pretty basic, and you know what? It's pretty freaking addictive. I played general manager mode for hours upon hours upon hours until my PSP actually broke. I went out about a new PSP, well, not a new one, about one off of Kijiji. When I got it, was modded, it had like hundreds of games on there. But you know what you couldn't do? You couldn't put like UMDs in it, because you would, and the disc thing on the back was really floppy. It didn't work, and that sucked. So I got rid of that, and I still don't have anything to play my SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 on. And that makes for a sad movie prof. Now, the Xbox One S is something that I'm really looking forward to getting. I had an Xbox before, and knowing that I was going to get a new Xbox down the road, I kept all my Xbox games that I had. And I'll go very quickly through the ones that I got. So, I'm a wrestling fan. WWE 2K15. It's pretty bare bones, but I actually do like kind of like the story mode on this. It's a fun little game, nothing special, but as far as wrestling games go, I like it. Minecraft. I love Minecraft. It's fun. I play it. But kids, like, just get on there, and something I can play like for hours. I kind of miss the fact that I can't play this game right now. I read on one of those comment sections on some site where somebody said this was a game that was just for kids. That person has obviously never played Minecraft. Killer Instinct 2. I kind of won this one. Actually, well, there was like a charity auction, and I bid on this thing, and one of the games that came with it was Killer Instinct. Is that 2? No, it's not. It's Killer Instinct. Okay, so it's Killer Instinct. Fun little fighting game. Not one of my favorites. I got a much better fighting game in this collection here. Now, I also have this one. This is my favorite games of this generation. It's a compilation, it's a collection, but it's one hell of a collection. That is a rare replay. I love Battletoads. I really love Battletoads. Did I tell you that I love Battletoads? Because I do love Battletoads. Battletoads are awesome. This has some great games on here. We got like Battletoads on here. Some old classics too. We got like the RC Pro-Am games on here. Both Lunar Jetman, Perfect Dark, is on here. Killer Instinct, a better Killer Instinct actually I found on Killer Instinct Gold. Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise. So there's a ton of cool stuff on here. Grab by the Ghoulies is on here. Snake Rat and Roll, which is a really cool game. Just check it out. If you have an Xbox and Xbox One, you should have this game in your collection. And that's an awesome looking cover. It is the gold standard with the gold plating. Last but not least, because the Xbox One S is backwards compatible, at least for a lot of games. The Xbox 360 game Gears of War 3. I love the Gears of War series. This game I got for under $5, and really enjoyed replaying it. Love the art style, love the way that's done. Next up are my Wii U games. I have the Wii. I have Mario Kart, on the system. It came with it, but here are the games I bought my own. Lego City Undercover. It is still an amazingly fun game, and it's just really cool. It has the Lego humor, and but if you've seen like a Lego Batman, and you've seen the Lego movie, then you know the style of humor that Lego games have, and they're really, really cool. I highly recommend that one. Zombie U. Yes, this eventually came out on the PS4 and the Xbox One. But shag it. Don't play it on those systems. Please, please don't. And it doesn't matter if that's your preferred system. Zombie U, the way it's done, the way that's styled, it's meant for the Wii U. The gamepad that it uses, the way that it utilizes the gamepad, is really, really good. And it just doesn't translate onto the other systems. But if you've got a Wii U or you're thinking about collecting one and getting some of the different games, it's a great legacy type thing. And I think eventually, even though it's considered a failure right now, this could be like a future Dreamcast style collecting where it has a nice library of games that people are underrating at this point. And the Zombie U deserves to be one of those. Super Mario 3D World is a great addition to the Mario franchise. I love the new cat suits. I love the way this is done. It's fun. It's challenging, but it's not too challenging. After a while, if you don't do good in a level, it's got kind of a hand holding type of thing where you can get through it fairly easily, which is good when you're sometimes like me and you're it's kind of a crappy at certain levels. But here's the thing: if you don't have to use the hand hold thing either, I don't use that often, but I did use it once or twice. PlayStation 4. Here's the system that I have now that I have hooked up. WWE 2K16 was a major improvement over the game from the year before, and it has some great modes. I'll play this one a heck of a lot, probably more than I should, but it's a lot of fun. I like the Elimination Chamber match. That's my favorite, and I unlocked all the stuff. Uncharted 4 Thief's End is an incredible game. I think one guy gave it a bad review, and yeah. But Uncharted 4, amazing. If you haven't played the Uncharted games, you really owe it to yourself to do so. The Uncharted games are a really, really good franchise. They're like, if Indiana Jones was done well now, these are just really, really cool games. And the voice work with Nolan North and Troy Baker, this one's incredible. Grand Theft Auto 5. It's Grand Theft Auto. If you've played Grand Theft Auto before, it's that with some actually extra cool, like, open worldy type things. And there's a lot of really cool things to find in there. It's one of those things where side quests are your friend. You will find side quests. You will love side quests. Side quests will be the thing that you kind of do. There's just games that you find on there. Like, there's one where you just drive up on top of a building with other cars. And it's very Splatoon-like where you're one color and you're trying to get the top of the building more your color than the other colors, and you get points along the way. It's really cool, and that's just one little thing. There's another one where you just take and you kind of like stunt things. You knock people off. It's a lot of fun. Next up is Dragon Ball 2 Xenoverse. I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I'm a huge anime fan, and this is a really cool game. Great graphics on this, by the way. Just really great graphics. I love this here. I like the Dragon Ball fighting games. Which, this is still a fighting game, but I like the real, like kind of like the 3D cell shading Dragon Ball games. But Dragon Ball 2 Xenoverse is a really, really fun game. If you haven't checked it out and you're a Dragon Ball fan, you really, really should. Next up is Destiny. Destiny is a game that was put out by Bungie. And this was their, like, after they stopped doing Halo, this is when they did. A lot of people really love Destiny. It didn't install on my system. I tried this about 18 times. Now Destiny 2 is out. Or coming out. I don't really care. There's so many good shooters out there. Titanfall. Oh, hell. The new Call of Duty with the War one. Splatoon. That, I know it's going to sound like sacrilege, but to be honest with you, see that $13 price? I think it was cheaper than that. And it was like the second game of when I was trying to find 2 games. It's the only reason about it. Except for my Nintendo Switch games. First up is Street Fighter 2 Ultra: The Final Challenge. This is amazing. This is an incredible game. What's really, really great about this game, by the way, is it's just art style. You can do the old school, like the art style. You can do the new, like smoother art style. It has an actual, because the Switch comes out like a tablet. There's a book, like an art book on here, like a rare, like Street Fighter art book. So it makes it really fun to like look at and maneuver and navigate this book on your Switch tablet. Think of it like having like a Kobo type thing or something, or an iPad with with a book thing on it. It's really cool, and I think that could be utilized better. We could see like a lot of different art books, comic books type of thing. Maybe with a future like superhero game, we could see like actual comic books and stuff ported on there that we could read on the Nintendo Switch. I would love that. This is an amazing game, and it's one thing that I have to tell you right now. There's a thing there called of the Halo. Don't play it. It's a little motion control game that I don't recommend. It sucks ass, but this game itself is amazing. You really should check this out. When this came out first, people were complaining and whining about the fact that, especially a lot of game publishers were saying that it's a great game, but there's a lot of Street Fighter games out, and it's not really worth the $40. Are you serious? $40 for a video game nowadays? Most of the video games, I live in Canada. Games cost me $80 freaking dollars to buy. They have a full Street Fighter game that I can actually get on and just put it into the Switch, and because I got Joy-Cons, I can go 2-player right away. Yeah, I think I can deal with that. I think I can deal with $40. I think that's a pretty good. Sometimes people annoy me. Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers. If you got a Switch, this is one of the best games you can have. So there you go. That's all of mine. No, it's not, because you know what? I also got a Retron, but you know what? I don't have any Nintendo games yet. I bought the first Retron, the NES one. Oh man, I was really impressed with the controllers. The controllers are really solid. The D-pad's a lot more solid than I thought. I've had a lot of these type of systems before where the D-pad is kind of light and lower, and it doesn't really work very well. But I do find that they work well on this, and it does have the things you can actual Nintendo controllers in there. I am looking for Nintendo games. I often come on here and I say, if you want to support me, if you really want to support me in what I do with my channel, I haven't done any Patreon or anything like that. But I say if you want to, send a movie, or especially from a format that I find harder to get, Laserdisc, CD, stuff like that, my way, or some movies that you just think I would enjoy. I haven't Patreoned up yet. I've thought about it. So I would appreciate that. Something media-wise, and NES now apparently, because I've just started collecting NES, and I'm going to start a little library of those. So we'll see how that goes. I do have 2 more things to show you though. Wait right here. I'll be right back. There are 2 more things that I have got to show you guys. Video game wise, these are pretty cool, and I don't know which one to show you guys. We'll start with this one. So I have 2 plug and plays. This one actually is pretty cool. So this is the Sega Genesis Classic Game Console with 80 billion games. What's really cool about this one is this actually has a top loader for actual Sega discs cartridges on here. Now I will say that the sound is not completely the greatest. I did play this game a lot, and I really do like Sega. I remember actually I had a Nintendo when I was in college, and I would rent Sega because I really like playing. I got stuck on some Sonic games, but as you can see here, there's a few of the games that are in there. I'll turn it around, and you guys can, if you want to pause it and see what the games are, you can feel free to do that. I'll mention a couple of really cool ones on here, like Alex Kidd, Altered Beast. We got the Echo games, Dr. Robotnik's, Mean Bean Machines on here, Golden Axe, 1, 2, and 3 are here. We got Sonic and Knuckles, Shinobi 3 is on here, Rystar's highly underrated game, Vector Man 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We got Columns 3 on here, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. Just an amazing amount of games. Now, if you think that had a lot of games, I also have the Atari Flashback 6. This has 100 games on here. I grew up born in the 70s, raised in the 80s. I was really an Atari kid. And by the way, guys, these are when games were hard. Nowadays, there's a lot of cinematic storytelling. There's some great games out there, but there's a lot of hand-holding in games nowadays. These Nintendo, Atari, they didn't hold your hand when it came to the stuff. Trust me, you spent a lot of money just in arcades and that, and just really. And then you get the games home yourself. And some are good, some are bad ports, and some just made you scream for hours and hours. There's a reason that the angry video game nerd is angry. Try playing some of these games. As you can see, there's some really cool stuff in here. It requires 4 AAA batteries, but they're wireless controllers, and they work actually really well. So don't mind that at all. Now, when you look on the back of it, you'll see a lot of the games there. And as always, I'm just going to just you can pause it. So if you want to see what the games are, I'll just put them in closer for you. In case you're probably a little bit too young for my channel to Remember, Atari, I'm going to mention some games. They're probably not going to mean much to you, but they mean a lot to me. The Centipede and Millipede games are on here. I love those. Adventure and Adventure 2, those are favorites of my better halves as well. The adventure games are a lot of fun. Asteroids. I can play Asteroid for hours, actually. Just Breakout, Battlezone. Man, so many good games. Crystal Castles is on here. Combat and Combat 2 are both on here. Missile Command is on here. I've played a lot of Missile Command in my day, guys. The Millipede and Centipede games, like I mentioned before, I love those games. Slot Machine, Space Invaders. Yeah, Space Invaders. Classic game. So, here you go, guys. Once more. So, yeah, I got these plug and plays as well. So, the Atari and the Genesis. I would like to get more on the plug and plays. I would like to get some NES games. I'm looking around here to see what I can find. My dad's actually looking for me as well. If anybody's watching this video and they know where they can, if they have some like old NES games that they don't want, that they just want to get rid of, or they see some like really inexpensive land that they want to send my way, I would really seriously appreciate it. I'm always looking for things to add to my media library, and whether they be movies or games, I'm always like adding more and trying to like make sure that I can catalog these things, keep them in good condition, and make sure that these things don't get lost in the cracks of time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Aaron. I guess tonight I am the game. I don't want to say I'm the game prop because I don't know as much about the games as I do about the movies, but I still like the games. So I'm the game student. I'm forever the game student trying to master the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great evening, and my voice is going right now. So for me, it is time for tea.